All right, happy Thursday, guys. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing this space. And I see you, I see you. You don't have to do this, but, and you know, I know I'm doing the practice with you, so I'm not as focused on the little screens as I'd like to be. But I'll just say this again, that if you would like, you know, some observation on your practice, then you don't have to do this now. Anytime you come to class, if you set up your camera so I can see the long view of your mat, then maybe I'll be coordinated enough to keep track and kind of see if things are happening. If you have any questions about things, or am I doing this, or I was going to say, am I doing this right? There is no right. There is only right in how it feels to you. But sometimes, you know, there's like, when you're doing a pose, you're like, this doesn't really feel right. So I know this is not a conducive setup for questions to just unmute. But anyway, I don't know. You know, we're just going to figure this out and whatever it's going to happen. So I decided to say that. Okay. All right. Let's start as we are. So let's take your hands and just lightly touch the earth, just very gently with your fingertips. Lengthen yourself tall. And as you exhale, just stay as you are. Close your eyes. Drop your jaw. Feeling into your dominant hand, we're going to take the index and the middle fingers and just lift them up, touch your third eye space, just gently. Just take a breath or two here. Inhale as you are. And on the exhale, we'll bring the hands together, one from above and one from below, to meet at your heart. And feeling yourself in your sacred space. Softening any place you can. And just bring your presence away from anything you've been doing before you arrived and anything that's waiting for you after. To be very it's a spiritual practice. So to engage in this present moment is to invite in the spiritual. Nice big breath in, grow tall. And exhale this breath completely. And we'll open practice and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay. All right, so we're going to use the chair in a moment. Let's start on your backs though, and feel free to put blanket under your head or under your body. And you don't need any props. We'll just come to lie down. We're going to take a few moments once you get here to just receive that support underneath you, and keep your legs bent or stretched out straight, whatever you need for the next few moments just to settle. Let's take one more breath. And then take your arms up over your head. And whether your legs are straight or bent, use them in some ways. You stretch your arms away from you. Extend your legs or press into your feet. And then keeping your arms as they are, if your legs are straight, bend them now. And we'll take them a little bit further apart. We'll just move into windshield wiper. Just with the arms extending away so you get a little bit more of a lengthening through the side of the body. So as the knees drop to the right, maybe the left arm stretches a little bit more, and as the knees drop to the left, the right arm stretches a little more. You can keep your fingers open. Good. We're going to do one more to each side. And then taking your feet to the floor. Now I'm going to keep my arms over my head. You can bring them down. Just let the hands rest or arms relax wherever you have them. And then heel toe your feet a little closer together so they're in front of your hips, wherever you can imagine your sit bones. And then you can even walk your feet back a little bit. Good. And then keep the heels on the floor. Let's lift the rest of the foot up. And then imagine you can lengthen the foot as you set it back down to the floor. So you feel the toes extend. And then keeping your feet planted without moving them, press the right knee away from you. So it's just a little action. And then I'll do the same with the left. Imagine you're taking your knees for a little walk. So one knee pushes away. And as you push that knee away, whichever one it is, the same arm is going to extend now. So as the right knee pushes away, the right arm will extend a little bit. If they're over your head, if you brought them down, maybe bring them back over your head, just so you can stretch this a little bit. Good. So it's not a huge movement, but we're just opening up that low back, the hips a little bit more. And we're going to do one more. The right knee extending, the left knee extending. And then just keep everything as it is. So my arms are still over my head. Be by your sides, it's fine. Okay, so now we're going to move into little bridge. We're going to lift and lower the hips. So I have my arms over the head, they're extended, palms are open. Stay here as you inhale your breath. Don't just be where you are. As you exhale, let the belly soften. And then on your inhale, you'll press the feet down, lift the hips. And as you exhale, you'll slowly lower down. I'm going to keep reaching my arms away as everything comes back down. And then I'll just do this a few times. So just lifting and lowering your hips. Whatever height, doesn't need to be that high. I don't know if you guys can hear Pete growling. He's in his bed, but I might get him another bed. I'm going to do one more, lift and lower the hips. And then set yourself back in your neutral. We'll bring the knees into the chest and just hug them in. So feel free to rock forward and back or side to side. I'm just going to get another bed for Pete. It's his birthday today. He's 5 years old. There you go. Okay, good. All right, we're going to move into twist on the right side. So if you need a prop there, put it there. Open your arms out to the side and drop your knees over to the right and turn your head to the left. Take one more breath. Okay, we'll bring the knees up and drop them over to the left side. Turn your head to the right. One more breath. And then coming back up, knees up. Hug them in for a moment. And okay, so here, guys, we're just going to take those knees side to side like we've been doing. Just rapid fire. If you want to put a block between your knees, sometimes that helps to kind of keep spaciousness in your back. So as I say that, no, I didn't kind of bring a prop, but I'll grab a block and just put it between the knees and the thighs. But it's not necessary. Flex your feet, knees over your hips, arms out to the side. Take your belly in, like press mid-belly, mid-back into the floor. Inhale. And as you exhale, knees go maybe halfway to the right. And then we'll just come up and exhale them halfway to the left. So we'll just start halfway. Let's do that one more time at least. And this might be your place. You might just stay here, or you take the knees almost to the floor and up and over. Use your hands to support you if you need that. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to speed it up for myself, and you're going to go with whatever pace works. And we'll just make this noisy breathing. Good. I'm just going to do a few more. And if you're done, you're done. And we started with the right side, ending with the left, coming back. If you have a block, take it out, set it aside, come back into lying down. Let's do the knees bent, arms over your head. Take a nice big breath in, breathe out, find your feet in place for a little bridge. So walk them into your hips, hip distance apart. Feel your feet are pointing straight ahead. Inhale as you are. Exhale, just press your mid back into the floor a little bit. And then inhale, lift up. Maybe you go a little higher than you did last time. And on your exhale, release. I'm just going to do 2 more. And then this is my last one. Let's bring the arms down by your sides and just stay here for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bridge again. This time I'm going to interlace the fingers behind the back. And the arms need to stay on the floor. If you feel your arms are lifting, your head's lifting, then don't interlace your fingers. Just keep them down so that the shoulders are happier. But if you're good to interlace, just stay as you are as you inhale. Exhale, press the mid-belly. Inhale, start to come up, you find your interlace, and then you walk the upper arms a little closer together. Tuck my chin a little bit, push the feet down and away. So arms are in contact with the floor, hands are in contact with the floor, if you're there. One more breath. And then release. If you interlaced, lower down, pause. And we come back to windshield wiper a few rounds. Steel toe your feet into your windshield wiper. A few rounds. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. This time I'm going to open the knees wide and just rock side to side for a moment. Okay. And then keep holding that upper shins, not happy baby, just the knees are a little wider apart. I'm going to press the right knee away and pull the left knee in. And then switch, like you're almost taking this little happy baby for a walk. That's it, guys. Yeah, one knee in. So your back stays neutral. You're not really rocking side to side. We're just doing this little action here. Good. Okay, and then bring the knees in. Nice. All right, we're going to rock and roll up to sitting. That's there. Maybe you do 5 rocks, 2 rocks, 10 rocks. Just warming up. The whole spine, so good. Good. I'm going to do one more. And then once you're upright, take a moment. Yes, it's all good. Right? Think about the age you're at now. Like, maybe 20-year-old you didn't think you'd be rolling around on the floor like this at this age. All right. Okay, so let's bring the chairs in and just have the chair. So you want to have all legs on your mat, and that way it's not going to go anywhere. And you can have it, if you have a wall there, you can put it against the wall. I'm going to put mine in the middle here. It's facing up, not in the middle of my mat, it's on the third. And then once you're there, just place the palms on the chair. Spread your fingers, maybe the heels of your hands are on the edge of the chair. And then we're just going to walk the feet back into this version of downward dog. So it's not, super long. It's really more about the legs here. So you can see I'm walking my feet up. My feet are kind of in line with my hips. I'll bend the knees and the twist back. Maybe the ears go in line with the arms. So knees bent is fine. So you can extend through your spine as if the sit bones are going back. crown of the head forward. I feel that the back legs of my chair are lifting, and that's fine. I just say that if that's happening for you. One more breath. This nice extended side. And then inhale. Just bring yourself up. I'm going to keep my left foot where it is and just step the right foot forward. So it just comes underneath the chair a little bit. You can't really see it. If your left foot needs to turn out, let that happen. Okay, so you feel where you are here. Now pull the right hip back. Press your thighs back. Take your belly in. And then as you exhale, I'm just going to come down onto the forearms. Push the feet down, right hip back, maybe the left hip forward. So let your left foot move, friends. Let your left heel turn out a little more. Use your feet, take thighs back, hips back, and then use the powers of internal awareness to notice maybe the right hip's dropping, left hip's lifting. Can you square them a little bit more? And one more breath. And then keep your feet as they are. Just bring your hands to the chair, either side of the chair. So here I'm on the outside. And I'm going to bend into this right knee. So the left foot might pop back. You know, be open to, oh my God, more space. Okay, now I just hang out here, hands on the floor, on the chair, or lift your arms up for this modified warrior one. Take a breath. Good, and then we'll release the hands, come back to downward facing chair pose. So you just be kind, you know, bend your knees, take your feet as far back as comfortable, or keep them where they are, breathe. Let's do the second side. So right foot stays where it is. Take your left foot, step it forward, and then you hang out here for a moment. Now I'm just going to accentuate this hip thing. So the left hip, I'm going to pull it back. Take your thighs back. Belly in a little bit. I'm even pressing with the hands down into the chair. And then when you're ready, we come forward. You know, maybe the forearms to the chair. Maybe you'll tuck your chin a little bit. Look at your right foot. And then feel into your hips. And that left hip's going to want to come forward. Pull it back. Squeeze your thighs in towards each other. Good. Okay, come back to your hands. Bend into your left knee and the right foot might pop back. And then you can stay here, nice and strong in your legs, or come on up, reach up, take your belly back, right thigh back. Breathe. Good. And we'll take the hands back down and step back to your downward facing chair. Okay, I'm going to take both knees to the floor, hands on the chair, and if you need a blanket, you're going to put it there. It's totally fine. Okay, from here, yeah, take your time. I'm just walking my knees back, toes are tucked under. You know this time we're going to use the chair. So normally, you know, we're here with our toes tucked under. I'm just going to keep my arms on the chair, drop the head. I feel like you can almost send your tush back a little bit here. Maybe you can find a bit of cat pose or cow pose, sorry, with the belly dropping. Nice open feet, one more breath. And then come up to your knees. So we're on the knees here. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the chair, step the right foot forward. So we're in this bent knee lunge. Yeah. And then from here, I'm just going to start to do this little front to back thing that we do. So you might, you know, push your chair forward if you need to. Use it to kind of balance yourself a little bit here. So it's not as crunchy as when we're down on the floor. The nice thing about using the chair is we give ourselves a little more space. Okay, one more. Good. Okay, now coming into this bent knee lunge. You take the arm, maybe the hands stay on the chair. Maybe you come back and you lift up. Take a breath. I'm going to untuck my tush, like see if we can send the tush back a little bit here. Good. And then release. Hands to the chair. Now I'm going to lift both legs up, and now we're back in this This is pyramid pose. So we're back in this, that we started with. Okay, I'm going to keep the left hand on the chair. It could be on the outside. It might come to the middle. You lift the right arm up and take this twist, pull the right hip back. You anchor the left hand into the chair, reach up. One more breath. Okay, release. Downward dog on your chair. Whatever way feels good. Think of it as a lengthening of your spine. Thighs back. Good. Okay. From here, hold on to the chair. Lift your heels up nice and high. Bend your thighs back if you can. Notice, if your chest is dropping, can you lift it up? And then lower your knees down. How slow can you go? And then once you're here on your knees, maybe the chair moves forward or you walk yourself back. You're going to step the left foot forward. I hope that's the other one. Maybe it's the right foot. No, it's the left. You guys know. Okay, you do the foot that feels right. You're going to squeeze the thighs together. Maybe the hands come up. You just take a nice big reach. One more breath. Let's see if I can untuck my tush a little bit. And then release. And move to the forward and back. What do I think this is for me? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. So you're doing great. Keep moving front to back. And then come to this revolved triangle. And that last one. Come forward and we're just going to lift both legs up, back in pyramid. So now the right hand can stay on the outside or come right to the seat of the chair. I'll take the left arm, reach up. Pull the left hip back. Now you're up nice and high here. You get the access to the hips. Oh, I just got a back crack. Good. And then release. This time we're just going to pull that left foot back a little bit. Step the right foot to meet it. Come all the way up to standing. Just take a breath or two here. Okay, let's turn to the side of your chair. So this is my right leg facing the chair. And put the hands on the hips. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to keep the left foot pointing straight and take the right foot to the center of the chair. The toes are going to point out. Yeah, take the right forearm to your thigh, palm is open. And now just start here, push the left foot down. Feel like everything kind of lift, pull the left shoulder back, and then start to lift your left arm up to the sky. Take a breath. Now turn your palm to face your head and start to just reach that arm over your head. I'm just coming down so you can see. So just take that. So everything is straight. You can see I'm not bending into any of this. Just reaching, pushing the left foot down, lengthening. Good. Okay, and then just come out, but keep your feet where they are. Now I'm going to take this left foot and just heel toe till I can get this right leg straight and put the heel on the chair. So the toes, right toes are pointing up. Yeah. Okay, right hand to your thigh. Just going to start to trace down the thigh. Hopefully you feel something. Then you anchor the left foot. Reach the left arm up and take it over. So it's very different. Keep the left foot connected. Left hand is nice and open. Right heel is anchored into the chair. Belly is in. Good. And then come out. Great. Step down, pause, and just feel. This is a great back release. You can feel that. Okay, I'm going to move my chair around. So I'm going to put my back to you. You can just turn around. Maybe it's a jump. It's just good for us. Okay, and then, yes. All right, so now I take the feet. You kind of feel where you are. Hands to your hips. Left foot to the chair as quiet as possible. And then once you're there, find your, okay, my right hip is in line with my foot. Hips are not going either way. They're here. Then hands to your hips still. Just Feel your feet anchor. Okay, left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm straight up to the sky. Just reach up, push that right foot down. So you feel that the lengthening is coming from reaching down, reaching up. Now turn your right palm and start to take it up and over your head. Doesn't need to go that far. Notice if your right hip is really jutting out. Pull it in. Good. One more breath. And then release. Hands to your hips or down, and walk your right foot until you can get the left leg straight and the heels on the chair, toes pointing up. Okay, right foot is pointing straight out and the hips over the heel. Take your belly in. Good. So just be here. Push that right foot down. Left heel into the chair. Notice if your hips are, bring it back in. Now we slide the left hand on the left leg, reach the right arm up. Okay, so now I can feel my right hip wants to go out. I'm going to pull it back and now start to take it over. So again, it's not about reaching to the left leg, but opening the right side. One more breath. Good. And then release. We'll step down, both feet down, and take a moment. Good. Okay. I'm just gonna let the dogs out. Downward facing chair pose is your next pose. I'll be right back. Okay, take a big breath. Release. Good. Let's take a little cobra on the chair. So the feet stay where they are and you just bring yourself forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Let your heels lift. You can walk your feet back if you so desire. Then I drop the hips. Lift the heart. I'm using the feet. I'm pushing down so my thigh, you can see here, thighs lifting, heart lifting. Good. And then send it back. So readjust your feet. Downward dog. In this form. All right, we're going to take cat cow here. So I'm going to keep my feet where they are. Just bring yourself forward a little bit. Okay, adjust what you need. I'm going to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift the head. If you need to bend your knees, do that. And then exhale and curl. So you'll just move through cat cow. Bending the knees might be exactly what you need. It gives more mobility to the pelvis. Find whatever feels good here. Let's do 2 more. And then bring yourself back into your dog. Round yourself forward, find your cobra, whatever that is. You drop the hips open, but then I'm lifting a little bit too. Good. Okay, knees to the floor. Just like that. Now I have the tops of the feet down. I'm just going to walk back a little bit. Take the hips to the heels if that works for you. Now child's pose, but I use the chair. Take a breath or 2 here. I'm going to come back up to kneeling. And then here, friends, you walk your knees wherever you need. I'm going to put the elbows, palms together. Now I'll walk the elbows forward and knees back. So I can see, can I bring my ears in line with my arms here? Your forehead might rest on the chair. So walk your knees back or forward. Be here. Maybe the hands can even come back towards the upper back. One more breath. And then you press the elbows down to bring yourself back. Walk your knees forward. And I'm just going to sit on my heels. Hands to the chair, to your lap. Take a breath or 2 here. Then we're going to roll into squat. And so you have the chair. So maybe, you come back up, open your knees apart, tuck your toes under, roll yourself over. And then the chair, feels so good sometimes. You can drop in. Maybe you'll walk your feet back. You see, do I need more room? And I be here. The heels are lifting, it's okay. Good. Okay, I'm going to use the chair, just coming back and roll over the toes, lift the heart, like maybe your knees are on the floor, they're lifting. And then exhale and curl back. And we'll just do this version of cat-cow, ankle roll, toe roll. Just a few times. You're lifting your heart, your head, and then curling. Last one. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to come all the way up to standing, maybe to your forward fold. So your hands can stay on the chair and it can go to the floor. And then we'll come all the way up. Okay. All right. We're going to turn the chair now so that the seat of the chair is facing you. All right. I'm going to grab one block. Just like that on the lowest height. Just like that. Okay, the chair is just there for support. So hopefully that will be fine. And I'm going to put so this is my left leg facing the chair, whichever leg is facing the chair. Step that foot onto the block. And then bring yourself up. This is just for balance. Okay. Now I'm going to just lift the right leg up. So I flex the foot. Okay. Now let your right leg dangle. And you might even be able to release the foot. You're going to push the left foot into the block. Yeah, so I'm just barely touching the chair. If you want to challenge your balance, take your hands off the chair. Just let the leg move. The right leg is, the left leg is doing the support, the one on the block. Now I'm going to let this right leg hang. I don't want to let the foot touch the floor though. So use the left foot, let it hang. Use the left side to push down, let it hang. One more moment. Good, and then we'll step down. Okay, and then just pause here and kind of feel the right leg almost like it a little bit more relaxed than the left. Okay, and then we'll do the other side, and you should be okay with the chair where it is. I'll just move the block over. Take the right foot to the block, and then you lift up. If you need to move the chair over, do that. Just feel that right foot pressing down, and then we start to just swing this left leg. And it's really a playful action. Like the left leg is, if you're on the swings, picture yourself 7 years old on the swings. Your legs are free, the greatest feeling when you're 6. Okay, now I'll let the leg just dangle. And you use the right leg. So again, holding onto the chair, challenging your balance. But it's the right leg that's working, and the left leg, whichever leg is hanging, is hanging. Keep using the foot on the block. Push down. One more breath. And then release. Okay, and then just stand for a moment. Your legs should feel really nice. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn the chair. Now I have a wall here. You don't need to have a wall. If you do have a wall, great. You'll put the chair against the wall, and you can even take a blanket to just, protect your wall a little bit if that's there. If it's not there, it's fine. Okay, so this block might come to the chair, and I'll just show you very quickly what we're going to do. I'm going to face the chair. I'm going to take the one foot, and it might go heel on the block, might go on the chair, or you might be able to get it all the way to the top. Wherever it is, you want to have the standing leg, the one that's on the chair, toes pointing up, and the standing leg is going to be as best as we can pointing straight. So once you've kind of figured out, okay, that's a good spot, put both feet on the floor. I know you're already in it, but put your feet on the floor, put your hands on your hips, and anchor down through both feet. Take the thighs back a little bit. Okay. Now hands are on your hips, right? Shift the weight. Let's start standing on the left foot. You'll take your right foot like we did before, find your chair as best as you can and then find your place. Okay, so if you think about the shape of the legs, we did that pyramid pose. Feel that the right hip is not going to hike up. You're going to let it come down, squeeze your thighs, nice strong through your feet, If you are so inclined to reach out, reach up. Okay, feel your left thigh, friends, and most likely it's going to tuck forward. See if you can take your tush back, send the thigh back. Okay, and then anchor the right heel down wherever it is. Okay, I'm going to come forward. So maybe the hands come onto your thighs and interlace your fingers onto your right thigh. And then you start to come forward anywhere you go. You might get your hands to the chair. You might be on the bottom of the chair. As soon as I do that, though, I feel like I've kind of lost the shape. So I might just keep my hands on the leg. Imagine both thighs back. One more breath. Good. Okay, we'll come out. Hands to your hips. Step the leg down and then just pause. Feel. Okay. One more breath. And then just take a quick peek at your feet. So the right foot's pointing straight. Put your hands on your hips. Yeah, anchor the right foot down. Lengthen, shift the weight to the right. Take your left foot up as elegantly as you can. You find your place, wherever it is. Okay, I'm just accentuating this tuck. This is cat. Oh, there's more. I want to find cow a little bit more. Thigh back, tush back as best as you can. Notice the left hip lifting. Square your hips. The right hip comes forward. Nice and strong through your right leg. Left heel anchored. Take the belly in. Now reach your arms up if that is there. And you breathe. All directions. One more breath. Now I'm going to take the hands, opposite interlace onto the left thigh. And we'll start to come forward. And you might just go like, 3 centimeters. And you're like, that's interesting. I feel something here. It's good. Wherever it is, breathe. And tush back. All right, and then we'll come out, step the foot down, feel your legs. Great. Okay, I'm going to turn around and sit on the chair. I'll take the block, just set the block aside, and we'll do this yoga sitting in a chair. So you sit forward, your sit bones are on the chair, and okay. So hands are on your thighs, lengthen. And as you exhale, we come forward to take the shoulders back, chest forward. Maybe your chest rests on your thighs and you come all the way down, hands to the floor. You might walk your tush back too, guys, if you feel like you need a little bit more here. Okay, I can take my hands and grab hold of the legs of the chair. Breathe. Now keep everything as it is. Just bring your hands one at a time to your thighs or the tops of your knees. Lift your shoulders. Now just lift your chin. So everything kind of stays where it is. Think of your cape here, your Superman cape, super person cape. And then press into your thighs and inhale. Come up with this same shape you have. Take a moment. Then we're going to open the legs wide as they're going to go here. Toes are going to line up with the direction of your knees. You might wiggle yourself back on your chair. Hands to your thighs. Now as you exhale, come forward again. Shoulders back, heart forward. Tush maybe moving back. Now the hands might come inside the feet this time. Yeah, and then you might look back. Now, if you have a rung here, some legs you want to grab, you can. And we breathe. I'm going to lift my toes up just for some feet integrity. Anchor the feet. Good. And then release your hands back to the floor. Lift your head and your heart. Look up. And then hands one at a time to the thighs. Lift your cape, shoulders, and then all the way up. Good. Okay, bring your feet in. And just bring my tush forward. Come back to this yoga sit. Okay, cobra again. So when I take my hands, I reach back. I know we all have different chairs here, so you find your place. Now you let your chest come forward like you're flying. You take your belly in a little bit, wiggle your tush back if you need that, and then you start to drop your heart. Now as I do that, the back of my chair is lifting up. That's fine. I'm just gonna fly here a little bit, And then maybe your head can start to drop without losing that integrity of the hands and the shoulders lifted. Good. One more breath. And then pull yourself back upright. Use your hands to pull yourself upright. Release your hands. Take a breath. Good. Okay. Bring your feet in a little bit so your ankles are over under your knees, maybe even back a little bit. You'll see. We're going to take the right ankle over the left knee, and then you'll adjust your feet. Okay, and then we take the hands, same thing we just did, but this time now it's different shape. But I flex the right foot, left foot's anchored, and start to just let the chest come forward. Open your cape, and then just start to bring yourself in. Now, some of you are going to be able to walk your hands up this chair. You might even take the thumbs with the fingers. You might be able to take them over here. Yeah. And take one more breath. Okay, I'm going to keep my right hand where it is. Take the left hand all the way over to the right knee, and we'll move into twist. So you just turn. That right hand can stay on the chair. It can also go down. You might even be happier on the seat of the chair. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I just took it down. And open to the twist. Take your belly in. One more breath. And then release back. I'm just going to take the hands back to the sides of the chair. Readjust. We're going to come into the forward fold. So as you exhale, just let your heart come forward. Maybe you just look down. Maybe this is enough. You can go deeper. Right hand comes in between the legs. Left hand. Release your fingers onto the left shin, or just let your hands dangle if that's better. Breathe. If that's too deep, go back. Two more breaths, nice and relaxed. Okay, to come up, I'm going to just find that chair again. You can put your hands on your thighs too. And then bring yourself up. Good. Release your right foot. Good. I'm just going to wiggle the knees a little bit. And then we'll go second side. So left ankle over right knee, and kind of find your place here. Good. Keep the hands where they are. And as you exhale, move into this, not quite full forward fold, just to be here. Maybe your hands walk up the chair if that's there. And find your cape. The lifting of the shoulders. One more breath. And then I'm going to keep the left hand where it is. Take the right hand into twist. And then the left hand can move, can go down, it can walk over. Just feel what you need here. I need to get a drink, and then release. Just come back to the center. And we're going to take it to forward fold again. So let the heart drop. Be here, or take your hands and find your opposite interlace on the right shin or on the floor, whatever feels better. And just drop into your breath. Okay, I'll keep everything where it is and sneak my hands to find the chair, and then pull the chair towards you. Come on. Just take a breath and release your feet. Good. Okay, we're going to take, I'm going to call it back bend on a chair. So take your hands, maybe you find the sides of your chair and scoot your tush forward. And open your cape, feel your feet. And you open the chest, slide your tush off. Just wherever this is for you. I'm going to keep the chin tucked. Good. Open the shoulders, and then slowly find your way back. We're going to do it 3 times. So once you're here, you can pause for a breath in and a breath out. And open the shoulders back, belly in, feet strong. And the tush slides off. Come up. and then you've got one more to do. Take your time. Feel it. Good. And then come down. Okay, pause, palms up. All right. Well, we're going to take, I feel like, I see who's here, I don't know what kind of chairs you have. I feel like maybe back bend through the chair is accessible here. So, it's these things, like, I have to trust that, let's do it slow. We can just, we'll do it in bus stops. So take your chair, and this time you're going to put it in the center of your mat. I'll just move my fancy little thing out of the way. Okay, now you might want a blanket on the seat of the chair if you have a aluminum chair. Okay, and then I'll take a block. You might not even get this far, but the block will be for your head. And once you have this, you sit inside the chair. So I just stepped inside. Now this is where, like, I have, no back on these chairs, so it's very easy. Let's just see how far we get here. If we can all sit. Oh, yes. Let's see how this goes. Okay, now I'm by my wall here, so I can put the feet at the wall. If you don't have that, it's fine. Okay, but I know I'm a little close, so if I want to go back a little bit, just scooch it back. Okay, so we're going to go in steps. So I hold the chair. I'm going to just walk my tush forward, and it might even come off the chair, so I'm more on the sacrum at the edge of the chair. And then you come back. You go, okay, my shoulders are here, it's okay. The head can come back. This is where it's always harder to do it by yourself. If your head or neck isn't happy coming back, you can watch me. I'm just placing the block here to support the head, where you just keep your chin tucked, hold on to your chair. You're doing it. But if you can drop the head, you might keep the chin tucked even as you drop it back. Then the arms come up and over. And I'm in full back bend. I just want to take a little peek. Oh, yes, everybody's in their own place. Right on, Anne. Great. That's it. You find your place. If you're at the wall, your feet, beautiful. Yes, this is like such potent energy. The thing with this pose, sometimes you get in, you're like, ugh, this does not feel nice. But you find that extension, feet, arms, even if your hands are holding onto the chair, you press, push the chair away. And then just be here. One more breath. What I was going to say is things start to open. Okay, now start by bending your knees. If your head is back, maybe use your hands to help lift it. And then I take my hands to the chair legs and I push the legs away. And that helps to bring you up. Now don't fold forward. As soon as you come up, you're going to feel like you want to just fold forward. Stay here for a moment. You guys, rock stars. That was amazing. I hope that feels okay. I'm going to keep the left hand on the chair, take the right hand behind and just move into a twist here. You look over your shoulder. I use the left hand. I'm pulling the chair more to the left side. One more breath. Good. And then just go second side. So just move into this twist. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe you heel toe your feet a little bit more to the right. Okay. Bring your feet back, come back, and now we're going to fold forward. So we sit up tall. You might scoot your tush back. See if you can find, I'm just going to dangle over the chair here for a moment. Let your head just be. I can feel some pressure into the upper chest. Amazing. All right. And then find your way back up. All right, I'm going to sneak one leg out. If you can't sneak a leg out, you got to stand up. Do that. I just come to this side squat. Heel toe the feet out. Yeah, just whatever works. You're going to open your knees, right forearm down. Let's take the left arm up and over. Push your left foot into the floor, right forearm down so the right shoulder doesn't hike up. Good. And then hopefully we can switch and do the other side without the chair impeding. Yeah, hopefully that works. Good, good, good. Groovy, guys. And then come on out. Okay. Well, here we're at that part of Shavasana. We have the chair. Chair Shavasana is pretty awesome. So I'm just going to bring the chair back to the back of the mat, and I'll keep this blanket here. Might open the blanket actually. So it's like that. And then that way, when I put my feet down, I can grab this part and cover them up. So I just put it over top of your chair, and then you'll come down. Now, if you need, a little lift under your hips or more support under your head, you need something to keep you warm, find all of that. And we're going to start with a Baddha Konasana on the chair. Very quickly, give myself a little head support. Okay, so just as you're settling in, so I said I'll put the feet on here, the thigh, calves. I'll grab this, cover up the little tender tootsies, and then you might let your knees drop out. The feet kind of just rest on the outer edges. If that's not, I'll just uncover just so you can see. Just tucking my feet around the side here. So you can bring your tush right close to the chair if that feels okay. And if you're okay like this, great. If it's no good, just put your calves back on the chair. We'll just be here for a few moments. I'm going to take my arms over my head again. This is a way of creating all this nice space for the breath. Bring yourself soften to the floor, just as we started. One more breath as you are here. And then yogi's choice, you can stay in the Baddha Konasana or you can bring it into Shavasana, whichever one. Okay, I'm going to bring my arms into Shavasana space. Just take the time, friends, to feel. I'm going to take you through a very quick little body scan. And as we do this, as I name a body part, you just repeat it to yourself so that you just bring your attention there. And just start with the breath. Just feeling your breath. Let's even move to a bit of Ujjayi breath. Just closing the back of the throat as you exhale, just to make these ocean wave sounds. Very gentle, a little bit noisier exhalation. You can stay with the Ujjayi breath or you can release it and bring your awareness to your third eye. Third eye, base of your throat. Base of the throat, center of your heart. Center of your heart to your right shoulder. Right elbow. Back of right hand. Entire right arm. Center of your heart. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Back of left hand. Whole left arm. Center of your heart. Center of your navel. Center of your pelvic floor. Right hip. Right knee. Right ankle. Right foot. Entire right leg. Center of your pelvic floor. Left hip. Left knee. Left ankle. Left foot. Entire left leg. Back of your heart. Back of the right shoulder blade. Center of your heart. Back of the left shoulder blade. Third eye. Crown of your head. Back of your head. Third eye. Entire body resting. Shavasana. Scanning your body, any place you're still holding. Becoming aware of your calves resting, supported, elevated. Feeling into the flow of your breath exactly as you are. Just beginning to let this breath deepen. Whatever way feels good, feels kind and gentle. And here you decide if you want to stay as you are a little longer to close out this class. You're ready to wake up and just beginning by moving your feet, your ankles, your toes, and the fingers, the wrists. Bend the knees. You might rest your soles of your feet on the edge of the chair for a moment, or hug your knees into your chest where it feels. Right way, even though there's no right. And if you're ready, let's roll to your side. We'll just rest there for a few breaths, so take your time. up and seated whenever you're ready, friends. If you don't come to seated, that's okay too. Changing opposite cross of the legs. Just take a few moments to just be in this energy you created for yourself, this spiritual space. So you're ready, friends. You'll inhale. And on the exhale, we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. You bow in. Just deeply acknowledging this space of sacred medicine, spiritual uplifting, to open this body so that the breath can flow freely. This is healing. And as you're ready, you'll anchor your sit bones, lengthen tall, lift your chin, and exhale this breath. And seal this class with our May We Be Blessed mantra and Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. May we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Take a full breath in, breathe it into your hands, catch your breath, and offer this to yourself. And we'll offer it out, and then we take it back. Offer it in. Take all your good energy, friends. Thank you so much, guys. Big hearts. So much love. Yes. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. So much love. Stay safe out there. Crazy world we live in. So happy yoga, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah! So much love. We'll see you guys on Sunday, hopefully. Take care, guys. Have a great day.